everyone. I'd like to welcome you and welcome you again. And our special guest, Brother John Champion. He is a Vice President, Chaplain, and Administrator here at Uchee Pines. And as you know, I started this program as a way to inspire all of us, each and every one of you, to live your life to the fullest, up to your potential. And I've discovered that the best way to live our lives up to our potential is to live according to the will of God, the one who created you. So Brother Champion just amazes me with his all the energy that he has, because I can't believe his age, and he has such energy and such a zeal and love for God. And so I just wanted him to share a little bit about some of the health principles that he has adopted and decided to live, and that gives him so much energy and strength. But you guys are not going to guess his age, because I couldn't. What would you like to share, Brother Champion?
Well, I became interested in health many years ago when I was a kid. At about age 11, I believe it was 11, I decided that I didn't want to eat meat anymore. My dad was a vegetarian, ovo-lacto vegetarian. And I was named after him, and I decided I wanted to be a vegetarian. So I had a little incident with my mother. She was serving the table and wanted to give me some chicken. And I said, Mom, I don't want any. She told me, move your hand. I don't want it, Mama. Well, she moved my hand and she put it on my plate, and I, with reflexes, she grabbed it and put it back in the pot, and she gave me a backhand. Yeah. And I felt really badly about that, because I was not a disobedient child. You know, my folks, that was 5 boys, and we obeyed Mom and Dad. They didn't curse. They didn't have to raise their voices at us. They just told us what they wanted done or not do, whatever the case. Anyway, from that day on, she never bothered me about eating meat. And I became a vegetarian and continued that, and that was only part of it. I liked fruit, I liked vegetables, and I liked exercise, personal exercise. I didn't bother with weights and things like that, but I had what they call isometric and isotonic exercises. Anyway, I went on like that until I went in the military as a vegetarian, and had a rough time in there because they like to sprinkle, bacon bits in your greens and everything like that. So I had to, when I got to my duty station, which was up in Michigan, I had to buy my own food. So 4 years in the military, and I bought my own food most of the time. But I remained a vegetarian. And I did that until I was discharged. I was 24 years old when I was discharged. And then I got an apartment, and I started thinking, well, why am I vegetarian? I couldn't, Well, the reason I had wasn't really good enough anymore, so I started eating meat. And I did that until I became a Christian. But as a Christian, I began to read, and Genesis 1:29 made a very powerful impact on me.
I love that scripture.
Yeah, it's the one that God gave to us as our Class A diet.
The original diet.
And the simple one. So I decided I would go back to that. I became a vegetarian again. That was in 1975.
Okay, you're telling your age now. By the way, let me interject here. Okay, did you guys guess his age yet?
Well, 1975 I became a vegetarian, and in 1976 I became a vegan. So it's been 41 years now since I've been a vegan.
Wow.
And that is just plant-based. People used to say, well, what are you going to eat if you don't eat meat? Well, I find that everything is opened up. Not eating meat has been a real blessing to me, health-wise and everything else.
And may I interject again, please, Brother Champion? I mean, the thing that I learned and that a lot of people don't know is that protein is in the vegetables, especially in the green plants. I mean, how does an elephant get to be so big? And what does an elephant eat?
Yeah.
An elephant eats leaves. And
it's the meat industry that tells you that you need a lot of protein. Actually, you need very little protein because it is, as the cells die in the body, they're recycled. The material is recycled in the body, so you don't need to take in much protein. And protein, it's in the cell walls of the vegetables you eat. So you only need a little protein, very little protein. About 10% of your diet should be protein, about 10% fat, and the rest complex carbohydrates. That's the basic diet that God gave Adam and Eve in the garden, which was, it kept them for almost 1,000 years. So it must have been a pretty good diet.
That's right.
And they weren't feeble those years either, by the way. Okay? So that's God's plan. Low protein. The people that are having problems with their kidneys, it's the result many times of a high protein diet because the body can't use it, so it has to excrete it. And so we don't need a lot of protein, and we don't get a lot of protein if we have a simple diet of fruits, grains, nuts, and vegetables, and seeds. We get a smaller amount of protein, that which the body can really handle. I've learned a lot about how to take care of ourselves, how to eat on time. And
now, how many meals a day are you
I
partaking?
basically have 2 meals a day, and I have sometimes fruit in the evening, or a piece of bread or whatever. But basically, it's a 2-meal diet, and it's I have vegetables at 1, vegetables and grains and nuts and seeds at 1, and then I have the fruits. At another one. Okay? Not that you have to do it that way, but it works out fine for me. I have grains and fruits and nuts for breakfast, and vegetables and grains for lunch.
And everyone, he looks fantastic. I mean, he just has a glow even at 80 years old. I'm going to tell you guys his age. I couldn't believe he was 80. By the way, he used to be one of my teachers here at Uchee Pines. I don't think he remembers that in the class. I was... Some of the teachers remember me because I think I was one of the more rebellious persons. I questioned everything. Well, I'm not doing that in my mind. But with him, I never said, oh, I'm not doing that. I was kind of afraid. And he told our class, was very clear, I think it was for every minute you're late, you're going to have to do a push-up. And I said, oh, no, I'm not doing any push-ups. So I made sure I was on time to his class, even though I hated the rush. We all rushed to his class because no one wanted to do a push-up. I only remember one person doing a push-up. But because the class was packed, and I was like, oh, this will be so embarrassing. And I was bigger then, too, and I'm like, there's no way. So I made sure I was on time for his class. So this brother, he's been truly a blessing to me and many of the students here at Uchee Pines. I didn't really think I was going to make it through. So that's where, too, I learned the power and importance of prayer because so many times I wanted to quit and drop out. So I would like to encourage anyone who wants to come here. I'm going to put up a link so that you can go to the Uchee Pines website. You can find information about the educational programs and resources. It's ucheepines.org, ucheepines.org. And Also for the education, Brother Champion, you really don't have to even have money to come here, right? Necessarily. You can work off your
Yeah.
tuition.
You can. We have a work-study program for those who are not able to pay. We don't want anybody to miss the program because of that. So we have a work-study program where you work. You work first, and then you go through the program. Right now, it's 1 year of work and then 1 year of program. So it takes you 2 years to get through if you don't have the funds. But you're able to do it.
And it's worth it. And I just want to say, while you're working too, you are learning about God. You're learning about yourself. Your character is being developed in such a lovely and beautiful way that you can't even imagine. Because I want to say that I learned so much here. Brothers and sisters, I am not the same person that came here that I am now. And, God is still teaching me. I have not arrived by any means, but it's been a great education, and I'm very grateful. And actually, I did do the work study. No, I didn't. I was supposed to do part and part, but that's another story. But thank you, Brother Champion. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we end? Because I would like to maybe tape another segment with you sharing on something else. But you've been a blessing to me, and I just want to thank you for just all that you have done for me and the many students that have come through here and that are here now.
Well, I've been here since 1987. And I've seen a lot come through, a lot of students come through both programs, the LE and the LC program. And they're both very valuable. You can use what you learn here anywhere in the world. Wherever there are people that need help, and of course you find that everywhere, you'll be able to help. God bless you.